What's up, people? As you know, I just full tanked my car, or one of the cars that I use. I don't really have a permanent car right now, but this car that I'm using, oh my god. Over there at Costco, man, when I used to, like, I think the last few times I uploaded, well, no, excuse me, uploaded, the last few times I full tanked this car, it was around 65 bucks for a full tank, right? And at that time, gas was, it was the cheapest out of all the, the main gas stations, and it was like 3 something. Now when I look at it, it was like $5.45, or rounded up $5.50 a gallon. So after I filled up my tank, my god, it's almost $100 freaking dollars for a full tank. Come on, Voldemort 2.0. My god, end this goddamn war already, man. But it won't, because he is so stubborn, so hard-headed. My goodness. Everything is getting worse, especially the crime rate. Anyways, man, let me just get into this topic here. So, of all the friends, and I'm talking about these friends that I've known for 20 plus years, some of them I questioned the longevity, and I already talked about that in a video from, what was it, last week, about my the friendships that I had with the three three friendships with the ex-close friends that I've known for 20 plus years. I'm talking about Julio, Robbie, and Tristan. Well, Abbas and Chris, I've also known those guys since junior high, going all the way back to 2000. Well, Abbas was actually first back in 1999. So, actually Julio was first, since I've known him since elementary school. But when I moved to closer to Anaheim, we're actually borderline Anaheim and Buena Park. That's when I met Abbas. This was like late 1999. So Abbas and I had developed our friendship, and to a point where we already became close friends, even though we were just classmates in Miss Buchanan's science class. And for the most part, I think we had like a few classes together. So right now, where it stands, Abbas and I have known each other for almost 30 years. To be exact, 26 years. So 1999, this was in November, till right now it's 2026, right? So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, right now it's 26 and a half years. If I gotta be really exact about it. And it will be 27 in November. So Abbas is one of my remaining best friends, and for the most part, like, no disrespect to the other guys, especially even Chris. I also question, I want to really question Chris's. The guy eventually faded off, and he was a close friend of ours. We used to always go to Chris's house, but he just wasn't that guy. He just wasn't one to blend in with the rest of us. And I'm not saying that Chris would never hang out, but I think he always just wanted to be at his house. That's what separates him from the rest of us will want to go on, you know, on any such adventures, right? So, you know, I mean, Chris, we've gone out to eat together and all that, but it's like when it comes to different things, you know, I mean, yes, we played pool, yes, we've done certain things, but it's like, I don't know, it's just, I feel like Chris only has certain limits when it comes to, you know, going out and all that. I mean, one time he went with me, Julio, and Robbie to the Santa Monica Pier. This was way back in 2013, right in the beginning, around March of 2013, and he seemed okay, but, you know, a lot of times he's just never with us, with the rest of us, you know, the group when we go out such places, you know. And in the case of Abbas, you know, I mean, I've known Chris since what, 2000? So right now, our friendship has just been neutral to the point where I just feel like I really want to end it, but I don't know, man. I want to say it did end because he, you know, because he just basically faded, and you know, I just heard things that are not good about him, like these recent years. So, you know, although I may still have contact with him, I think it's ultimately up to me to decide if I want to, you know, if I want to end it or not. But, you know, the last time I tried to reach out to him to see if he wanted to hang out or catch up, he didn't say anything. So that's already a telltale sign that I should already just be the one to push the button and end our friendship, right? But getting back to this, you know, yes, I think I've known Chris for 20 plus years, but even that itself, I kind of question the longevity because, you know, as far as like friendship closeness, we didn't really, like the last time we hung out, mind you, was 2019. So since then, we haven't really, I mean, it's 19 years. So after that, it's like we kept in touch, but then we didn't really hang out after that. And you know, our hangout, you know, our times hanging out, like our hangout get-togethers have been less and less, you know, since then. So, you know, the fact that I've known Chris now for like 20 plus years, and you know, you can count the years where I contacted him, you know, when we've been in contact, this and that, but you know, it's, for his case, it's also not a legit 20 plus years, you know, even though the number is like what, 25 years as well, or 20, it's like 25 years, like same as Robbie. So that too is not legit to me. I question the longevity of my friendship with Chris as well in terms of the numbers. So out of all these guys, Abbas and I, definitely legit, okay? A legit 26 and a half years. For the most part, I mean, with the exception of that one friction that happened in, what was it? The January 9 incident. Our friendship, me and Abbas, it's been very smooth. Very smooth, with hardly any problems, any ups and downs. This guy, you know, yeah, Abbas, this guy, aka Batman, has just been one of the most easygoing dudes, one of the most understanding dudes, one of the most chill, and you know, even to this day, the most chill to, you know, to ever be around with since day one. You know, Abbas has never been critical of me about anything. You know, I like some of these other guys, and look, I'm not saying this to insult my friendships with these other guys, but when it comes to Abbas, he has never done that to me. And that being said, our friendship has just been very, very smooth, and the chemistry is just as strong as ever. You know, same with mine and Eugene's and mine and Russ's, right? So, you know, me and the boss, like, I think our friendship is just the smoothest, and considering how he is, like, you know, he's one of the most humble and loves to joke around a lot. You know, I've had him for a few classes to start off the first year that we met, which was in that new junior high, right? And you know, for this friendship to last this long, and considering that I know there was about 1 year where he was almost like pretty much he was almost out of the picture, but since then, like, he rose back, he got right back in the picture, and you know, for the most part, he joined the groups of me, Dewey, Russ, Eugene, you know, and then eventually Ray in 2020. And you know, it's like anywhere a boss fits or the group, it's like it flows, right? And you know, I just think like with somebody like a boss, and you know, I have so much in common with him, so many connections with him. I've gone to his house many times. He has gone to my house many times. We watch Laker games together, right? At my house, at Wentworth Mall, and all that. I can name so many memories that we've done together. And for the most part, this guy is just, he has remained consistent, and, you know, was married at one point, and then back to being single. And, you know, nevertheless, dude, he's definitely somebody that's just never really willing to change his tune towards me and all that. He's just a great guy all around, which you know, alludes to this 26-year you know, 26-year friendship, best friend friendship, being the only legit one. Like, legit. Now, I know I said I've never really based friendships on quantity, but in the case of a boss, where, you know, the quality is strong at best, it's one of the strongest, and, you know, there could never be no wrong, right? There could never be no wrong with, like, no friction, no frictional moments, nothing that annoys a boss like it has with Tristan, right? So look, I think this is one of the most legit long tenured friendships I've had with a boss. You know, couldn't think of enough for still being around, and you know, and it's still strong to this day. So, you know, it's I say I gotta be thankful still to have a friend like him. So that being said, excuse me. That being said, yeah, man. I hope we can keep our friendship up, which I know for sure it will be. And I even talked about this when I reflected our friendship, our first year of my podcasting. So I say it again: our friendship's gonna remain strong, and there will be no frictional moments. We just hung out, I think, sometime last month. We went to that little supermarket. The video is already up on the February playlist if you want to check it out. So yeah, man. I wish you nothing but the best for our boss, and may our friendship continue to remain strong for as long as, you know, we're still best friends. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. That is that. So you tell me what you guys think. Boss, if you're watching this, tell me what you think. All right, peace. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.